You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White sports fans, let's talk about ESPN. We knew that this day was coming, folks, for Around the Horn. Now, last year we found out that Around the Horn would actually be getting canceled. Now, ESPN did not give us a date. They just said, sometime next summer, somewhere around there. And they kind of left it at that. Now, the show is still going on right now. But folks, the end is coming, and it's coming very fast. Now, I remember, man, watching Around the Horn back when I was in the Navy. I believe the show started like in 2002. And I would actually get off the ship, get off from work from the ship, go to my apartment and actually watch Around the Horn and PTI. It was fun back then. But along the way, it lost its way. Now, the original host was actually Matt Kellerman. And we know how he is now, man. He is deranged, okay, to say the least. Now, Tony Reali has been hosting a show for a very long time. But at first it was good. And then they got into social justice and they lost their minds. They lost their minds. Every show got political. And what happened? Nobody watched. Just that simple, man. Nobody watched the show when it got political. When the NBA lost its mind back in 2020, that show also lost its mind. Talking about social justice and all this other stuff. No, you're supposed to be talking about sports. But of course, they went complete left-wing lunatics talking about politics and Trump and all this other stuff. People didn't tune in to ESPN for that stuff. They just wanted to get away from everything and enjoy sports. But ESPN ruined their own creation, folks. I mean, guys, when I said that PTI and Around the Horn was a staple, I mean it, guys. I used to watch pretty much every single ESPN show, man. Mike and Mike in the morning, Cowherd, PTI in the afternoon, Around the Horn. I mean, Cold Pizza. Cold Pizza was a very, very good show, which actually turned into First Take. I don't watch any of that stuff now. I don't care to watch any of it. I really don't. ESPN got away from sports and they got in the game of politics. Now they paid the price. But let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because ESPN has made an announcement on the last show of Around the Horn. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, support us by becoming a channel member. Just starts at $5 per month on YouTube. We appreciate the support. That way you can get access to the member live stream we have every single Friday. So here we go. Right over here, guys. This is from the Hollywood Reporter right here. ESPN cancels Around the Horn after 23-year run. 23 years. And how long has this show been really been bad? Probably at least the last 10, right? Probably at least the last 10. But let's go ahead and read some of this. It says, one of the longest running TV shows in sports is coming to an end. ESPN says that its weekday debate series, Around the Horn, will televise its final episode on May 23rd after 23 years and more than 4,900 episodes. Man, time flies, guys. It flies. 4,900 episodes, man, that's a lot right there. The 5 p.m. show hosted by Tony Reali sees a panel of sports commentators attempt to earn points from the host or be muted if their takes aren't up to snuff. The show debuted in 2002 and Reali has hosted it since 2004. The panelists over the years have included a variable who's who of sports media personalities, including Jamel Hill, terrible. Bomani Jones, terrible. Mina Kimes, terrible. Woody Page, I like Woody Page, man. Bill Plaschke, Bob Ryan, Sarah Spain, terrible. Pablo Torre, and Clinton Yates, among many others. Also, Jay Mariotti, man. For the longest time, I believe Jay Mariotti had, he's the all-time scoring leader on the show. And, and I'm pretty sure, that these points they get are probably rigged and everything. It's not really a game show, but they kind of treat it like a game show. ESPN says that it will air a 30-minute edition of SportsCenter at 5. Oh, my God. After the show signs off, with further schedule updates to come at a later date. Quote, Around the Horn has had a remarkable run of more than 2 decades. That kind of longevity in media is incredibly rare, and we look forward to celebrating the show's many accomplishments before the final sign-off in May, said David Roberts, ESPN Executive VP and Executive Editor of Sports News and Entertainment. Quote, Beyond Tony and the ensemble of on-air contributors, we are particularly grateful to the production team led by Eric Rodham and Aaron Solomon, who have been instrumental in Around the Horn's consistent success since the very beginning. Now, what actually is going to happen with Tony Reali? As far as I know, this is the only show he actually does with ESPN. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. But a lot of things are changing over there at ESPN, man. I mean, no more baseball over there as well. They way overpaid for the NBA. You know, they definitely got to cut costs. This is actually happening earlier than summer. I mean, May, that's still spring. Even though it may actually feel like summer to some people, but it's spring. Man, that is a wrap there for Around the Horn, man. We're talking about in just over 2.5 months, this show will end. But like I said, man, I'm very curious what's going to happen when Tony Reali, is he going to go and do something else with ESPN? I really don't know, man. But ESPN is to blame. They ruined this show. This show was great. It used to be great. I mean, how can you actually ruin a show about sports with a game show feel? ESPN did that. They found a way to destroy the show. Now, how long is PTI still going to be on the air? I believe that show is actually still popular. I haven't actually watched it. Wilbon, Kornheiser, they're still there. Maybe they'll be there for a little bit longer, man. But Around the Horn was a woke mess, man. I mean, all these people on that show eventually were talking about social justice stuff nobody cared to hear about. Nobody did. Nobody wanted to hear about Black Lives Matter. Nobody wanted to hear about equity, Marxism, all that other stuff they were pushing. Nobody wanted to see that, man. And ESPN should have known that. Remember, Jemele Hill was on this show, but also Jemele Hill was also on SportsCenter at 6 with Michael Smith. What happened? It was nothing more than a Trump deranged show that just had SportsCenter name because it wasn't about SportsCenter. It was about bashing Trump every single day. And newsflash, nobody wanted to watch that. ESPN just had to learn the hard way, folks. And they fired Jemele Hill. Michael Smith no longer there, man. An absolute dumpster fire. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.